Alright, hello everyone. I'm going to do a quick check on the audio levels. Make sure you can hear these chill beats without getting overwhelmed. And it looks like we are going to be quite on a bit of a delay today, so we're going to have a short stream probably. Right now we've got a typhoon imminent and approaching. It's not going to be near us for another day or so, but the tips of the storm has already arrived, and as such the internet we have is dying. So the internet gods went from full on hating me to just deciding to die. So the scheduled fixing of said internet shrine has been delayed indefinitely. So we're stuck with some choppy frames. I'll be monitoring everything, and hopefully this won't be too painful for everyone watching live. And if you watch in the future, of course, you won't be seeing as much as the choppy frame rates, but you will be getting choppy sounds, unfortunately. So, beyond all that, let's get started. So we're back into surviving Mars. This is our colony. The last time we were here, we set up a dome, a mega dome, and started building in it. We recently got down a rocket with some colonists, but we still need a lot of people. The storyline so far is these rovers that EsoCorp sent were discovered to be mobile tank units with weapons strapped to them. We outed them back on Earth, and the UN is holding a trial for them. However, there's still a threat that EsoCorp may retaliate. So I'm looking for CAT certified colonists to strap boards onto our rovers so we can go tip over the others. I wish we could do stuff like that in this game, but right now it's just waiting. We just have to wait and see if they're going to shoot at us or not, instead of taking the initiative. Alright, so we were going to focus on terraforming as well. We've got down some greenhouse gas factory units here already. I believe towards the end of the last stream, we were able to unlock a new technology. Yes, this magnetic field generator. However, it requires more materials than we have with the electronic parts section. So we're going to leave that unbuilt for a while. And we're just going to focus on the things that we can do reasonably right now. Let's take a look at our research center here. So we are researching these carbonate processors, which will improve the atmosphere. Afterwards, we've got lake crafting, automated storage, Martian patents so we can get some more funding, and farm automation. And let's see here. We do need to see if we can outsource. Let's see if we've got enough funding. We do. So we're going to boost our outsourcing. And that'll give us a nice boost in how much we are getting researched in a day. Alright, so let's move forward.
Resources are low.
It's saying our polymer is low. We have 20 right now, but we have a factory that is producing it way over there. And they are almost at 10 a day, so that's pretty significant. Okay, here we go. New story beat.
The UN trial is about to start. You can guarantee they're all hot under the collar.
Okay, it says, joining the legal proceedings against the entity known as EsoCorp by satellite link is the head of the Mars Colony Project as a representative of International Mars Mission and the main victim in the Marsgate, other than the total disregard of international and interplanetary treaties. The treaties, which are in place to discourage the militarization of any human endeavors in space, are held to be of utter importance by all present parties except the defendant, and thus the transgression is seen as most grievous. Because communication with Mars is not at its peak at this time, and will take too long for a proper discussion, know that our sponsors have shared your overall stance on the whole affair. Still, as the final verdict draws near, we have decided it is best if you say in your own words the implications of EsoCorp's secretive and illegal military testing operations on Mars. And it just says two things: humanity can do better, or the risk was great, but we did the right thing. And I think humanity can do better will be our option.
Time for humanity to come to grips with the fact that violence only breeds more violence. And that's exactly what we told them.
EsoCorp put the lives of people who brave an unforgiving world in the name of humanity. Guys, English is hard. Human language is hard. In danger with nothing more than profit in mind, a harsh verdict today will stand as a testament to humanity reaching the maturity needed to spread amidst the stars. Effect: 3 applicants with rare traits are available on Earth. Neat. So it says our shuttle loads are heavy. We don't have enough electronic parts to try and build a new one. So it's just gonna have to stay burdened for a while. All these buildings that aren't working are not working because of lack of colonists, so we don't need to worry about that. Alright, continuing on. So let's check out how our domes are doing. This dome has space for more items. We may go add some things in there. This dome,
Are low.
the job positions are slowly filling up, so that's good. The Mega Dome, we will hold off and build some more high-functioning stores and buildings for amusement. And that could be like the tourist dome, I guess. We're gonna leave that message up there. Maybe it'll stop alerting us if we just leave our message up there. For this dome, let's get down some new objects. Let's check services.
Sector scanned.
I don't know if we should be placing down buildings that require people to operate them, but we will get to that later on. Let's get down some gardens. Yeah, so a normal garden fits perfectly in this little triangle. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put down 2 gardens. I'm gonna change the appearance of this one so it's not just copy paste. And we'll get that down. Let's see, this shuttle is prepping to transport the rare materials to Earth. It's almost completed. And this rocket is not set to collect those rare metals. And let's see if there's any planetary anomalies that we can go mess around with. Okay, so we've got enough to do greenhouse gases again. I don't feel comfortable spending machine parts. That's got the electronic parts, which we can't really partake in. We could capture meteors, but that's a little risky. And all it does is increases anomalies and metal deposits. Like it'll spawn a meteor for metal collection, kind of, is the gist of it. So we'll think about it, just because it could give us an anomaly that helps boost our research. But let's go see about... Yeah, that's too many resources. So we can do the import greenhouse gases or the meteor shower. Since I've done the greenhouse gases thing already, I'm gonna do the meteor shower. And I don't remember which rocket. I think it's Trust. I need to start focusing on their names. I don't even know. Heck yeah, I was right. Alright, let me get turned back around here. Whee! Anyone who knows that I Love 80 song can guess that You Spin Me Right Round is playing around in my head right now. So before this stream... Uh-oh, famine. Famine where? Another colony is having trouble growing their crops. Starvation is a constant threat on this untamed planet. The colony of USA was coping well for a while, but recent reports estimate they can't handle their agricultural development. It's just a matter of time before things get out of hand. Well, obviously we're going to help them because we're all space friends here. Let's see. The options are send some of our botanists to help teach a man to fish. We lose 40% of our botanists, but gain 25 standing. No one said that surviving Mars is easy. We can't spare the specialists. Well, that's a lie. Our food production is just out of hand. We are making way too much food. Invite over some of them. We can feed everyone. Gain 10 glutton colonists. India, I guess if we had a better relationship with them. It says send some of our people to teach them. Lose 40% vegans. All colonists gain 5 morale for 10 souls. And if we were a Church of the Newark at the beginning of the game, it says feed the hungry and help those in trouble. Gain 20 religious glutton colonists. So, I think best thing is we teach them to be self-sufficient. So we'll go the first route. And let's also go to our world map. Let's go over here. They're lying to us. They have a lot of food. So what we've gathered is that these story blurbs actually have nothing to do with what the colony's resources actually are. There's no way they're impending a famine with over 1,000 food parcels. China's at 250 and it's still putting along somehow. And we have 800. You know, the USA has the most food out of all of us. How are they in famine with that much food? It's like a cat in a bowl that's full and looking up at you and thinking that you're starving them. Okay. We're definitely not going to send them more food. They've got enough. They've got enough food. Okay. What I was saying earlier is before this stream, I was over on That Guy Maestro's stream. Lovely channel. You guys should go check it out. He creates music, plays games, and where we left him off, he was actually in RPG Maker, creating a lovely map. We'll definitely go check that out in his VOD later. But one of his questions was how to pronounce my species name. And it's pronounced Galobian. We don't really care how you pronounce it. It's just the proper pronunciation is Galobian. But you can call me Jalobian, Jalobian, whatever you feel like. Okay, let's continue the pacing here. We'll speed things up again. So, the things we need to focus on is definitely better networking colonist. There's people in that dome that always have to move. I've got some people in here that don't have jobs. There's a scientist over there that'll need to move. And I don't know if this botanist right now is jobless because they're going to the mission, or if they're jobless because they can't find a place to work. USA is trying to trade food for metal, you know, which is incredible for a colony that's supposedly starving right now. Okay, this dome has a power issue. Let's pause our game, go check out our grid. We're gonna open up the generator here, and that'll get us to enough power generated to sustain that colony in this dome. Let's go ahead and find some new power sources to add here. I want to try to avoid using the advanced parts, so it's just going to be more solar panels, because those only require metal, and we have plenty of metal. It's our most abundant resource right now. So we just need to make sure that we're producing enough energy. Oop, placed that one down incorrectly. Enough energy during the daytime that can cover us through the night with the help of our storage containers. So we'll get this many down, and that should help us. Let's get things started up again. Let's go ahead and take a look at everything. We're at 44% researched our current project. Let's go ahead and close this generator here. We don't want those open because they erode faster and need repairs more often when they're open. We definitely want to keep it closed as much as we can. By the way, this is our 1-month anniversary. Really excited that we were able to make it this far with the resources we have. And I didn't really realize it until I was over at that guy Maestro's stream and checking out several of my followers' streams as well, is that we may have gone a little overboard with the projected starting assets needed. Because the interface shows you is this nice, completely moving, interactive form. And I do have some emotes built into my communicator band that I can use on occasion. I forget to a lot of the time. But everything we have on the channel was made by Hammer Eye. So everything, absolutely everything, is made in-house for these. And we were thinking we need so much. We need to bring 100% starting game. And we could have taken it way easier. I didn't even realize PNG tubers were a thing until shortly after our first week, and the videos started appearing in the recommended on YouTube saying how to be PNG tuber. It was like, really? You're a little late. just a little late. Got our autosave. Love it. Gotta love it, especially today when the storms are raging here on planet Earth. I was worried that you guys would be able to hear the wind, but the sound canceling function is working quite well in our OBS. It's nice and windy here today. Reminds us of our home planet. So,
Resources are low.
yes, we are aware. Both of our rockets are gone. They have not come back yet. This one's almost back.
Funding received.
That's incorrect. It's all the way back at Earth. It just got there. So we got 750 million in funding, which is good, because that'll allow us to re-up our outsourcing for our research with little problems. And it allows us to get a cargo rocket. So we really need to bulk up. Looks like we don't have enough money. I was hoping we'd have enough, but it takes a lot of money. Who knew? To ship things from Earth to Mars.
Sector scanned.
So we've got an anomaly in this sector here. Whole bunch of metal around that deposit area. And there goes our little research rover. You just see its speck moving across there, going to research that anomaly for us. And let's just queue up some new places for our scan. Let's just complete the top of the plateau. Got those queued up now, and we're looking a-okay. Aside from a lack of colonists. Let's check our university, see what's going on here. It's set to auto training. We need 11 botanists, 8 engineers, 6 geologists, 10 medics, 7 scientists, and 10 officers. So we need a lot. Let's check here. Let's see how many no specialization workers we have. We have 103. So we have plenty of workers that can be specialized into new fields, but we're also missing a lot of non-specialized workers for the buildings that we have already placed down. Let me just go through. We got a message. Let's check that out.
Found the wreckage of Phobos 2. The old probe even had some new data for us to analyze.
Oh no, Phobos 2. Rest in peace, little buddy. It says on July 7th, 1988, the Soviet Union launched 2 Proton K rockets carrying the Phobos 1 and Phobos 2 probes on a course to Mars. Of the 2 craft, only Phobos 2 reached its final destination, but contact with it was lost just before it could deliver its precious payload. Humankind will be forever grateful for the information we salvaged from its computers. Effect: location of several anomalies discovered. Hint: check the map for new locations. Well, let's go do that. Let's go check our world map. Oh, it meant like our local map. World map is still the same. Check the local. Let's just zoom out here. It looks like they're along this area here. Our exploration rover will automatically move to those to check those out. So those will be a great help to our research. As I was doing before, let's start up our time. I'm just going to go through and check all of the buildings in this group and make sure that they're set to specialist and in their field for those buildings. Okay, yes, and those are all set up appropriately. The music just got so inspirational. Okay, let's see. We have a lot of people abandoning this dome for other areas. Hopefully we'll get some people to fill those positions here shortly. We've got 72 vacant housing slots, so we're good on those. We don't have to go in and build any new. I'm going to check. Yeah, the morale of this dome is quite small. And I remember last time we promised expanding this area a little better. So I think let's do that. Let's get down a dome that can help provide these guys with some more services and let their overall well-being take care or be taken care of. Let's see here. For the self-sufficient dome, it says we still need to research moisture farming to build the moisture evaporators. Oh, let's take a pause here. We've got something happening. So capture meteors. We have succeeded in capturing and diverting meteors toward our general vicinity in a gambit to bring precious resources and even scientific insight into our research. Although this is a controlled operation, the exact impact locations are outside of our control and may endanger the colony. That's not good. Let's see. So we did good. The meteors are going to be striking around here. So we are a-okay. Anyway, back to moisture farming. Let's check our research and see if we even have moisture farming as an option. We do. It's right here. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of automated storage. We're gonna select moisture farming. And we're going to get this to be the second in line for our research. This will be really important. We need a lot of self-sufficient domes. Just because water is such a scarce resource here in the valley. Like over here is the deep deposit, but we would also need to research like a deep water drilling process to get it as well. So we definitely want everything to be as self-sufficient as possible, even just as a general standpoint. We got a new special project, capture meteors in a new area. I think we'll do a greenhouse gases run. And I didn't realize that these greenhouse gases take money. They're making us pay to export their greenhouse gas. That's not cool. Okay, we're not gonna go for anything. Okay, back into this area. Everything's going well so far. Let's take a look here. It takes electronic parts to make drones, so I'm actually going to turn this building off for now and send our engineers into other areas. Areas we need them more, like the electronics part factory, which I'm going to open a new shift for. We're producing less than 2 a day. For machine parts, we're producing almost 3 a day.
The analysis tells us that we found iridium-rich sulfides. That's a real rarity on Earth.
Okay, mankind's ingenuity had found a myriad of applications for it, but we focused our plan on a much simpler, more vital role in our growing colony. RTGs, free energy for everyone. Effect, reduces the cost of physics texts by 10%. That's great news. That just means that researching anything in the physics category is going to cost that much less. We have a rocket ready to land. Let's get that in here. That should be our botanist returning. Or our...
Resources are low.
I don't know where that low resource went. It was probably a polymer. Maybe not? It was probably a machine part. We've got a lot of polymers, which is great news. I think if we get anywhere near 200 polymers, I will shut a shift at the polymer factory down and try to allocate those engineers into other areas, because that polymer factory is the bulk of our engineering group. Yeah, most of our engineers are taken up at the polymer factory. Let's take a look at these again. So yeah, they've filled out the shifts. Definitely room for growth.
Until today, the only place we'd thought you could find Ice-15 outside of a lab was on an icy planet or a moon. And here we find it on Mars.
Okay, we got this exact message last time. It's just we found some ice. They're giving us money. The ice to money pipeline. We'll definitely take the funding. Maybe if we get to 2 billion in funding, we will be able to afford getting a bulk shipment in of some of these rarer materials. And I don't know how our fuel got so low. I mean, we did use a lot of it, but our production of it is pretty high level. So let's take a look at everything and see if we need to bolster anything. So I have production set to alternate between these between morning and afternoon. That way it wouldn't be so hard on the electrical grid.
Sector scanned.
And we also don't want to use too much water. So I think we're actually in a perfectly acceptable range of production for those. They're loading up rare resources over to this rocket. And this is our rocket that we use for, you know, just out and about kind of activities on the planet. Let's zoom out, take a look. Let's queue this up for scanning. This is the last of those 3 anomalies that it's going to check out. And we are getting a lot of resources from this meteor storm. We are getting a lot of polymer and metal, which is great. On the polymer front, we don't really need metal. I wish I could tell our gatherer transport which resources to collect and which ones to ignore, because it collects absolutely everything.
Resources are low.
We've just confirmed the location of a metal-rich deposit. A drilling accident turned to our advantage.
Okay, I think we've had something similar to this as well. It just brings a new metal deposit onto the surface of the planet for us to use, which we don't need. We really don't need that much metal. In fact,
Found.
I'm gonna go here. Yeah, we've got 1 shift, 1 dude working, and it's more than enough to sustain our little civilization here. New anomaly, probably from a meteor. Our research rover will go over there and scan that. And hopefully that'll give us a boost. And it looks like maybe our outsourcing wore off. Let's go check that. Yeah, outsourcing wore off. Let's get another outsourcing boost. And that took up a lot of money. There goes our little transport rover. I am surprised at the number of polymer we're actually getting. Oh, Oh, we got a second anomaly as well. But this amount of polymer is really going to be to our advantage because it'll allow me to come over here. This needs fuels. So I'm going to actually turn one of these on in the morning as well. We won't do it at night because that grid relies on solar functionality, and it's also connected to a dome, so we don't want to sap too much of the energy, especially at night.
Anomaly found.
New anomalies, also from the meteor. There goes our little transporter, probably full of metals. I'd hope so. It's probably what it's made out of. Come on, give me that sweet, sweet boost in research. We're at 85%. We're almost there. Renegades. Why am I getting this notification? If morale in a dome is too low, renegades will appear. Renegades have reduced work performance and will cause trouble. Security stations can suppress them for a while, but to solve... Well, where's the renegade? If we have one, show me them so I can assist. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say they're over here somewhere. I really don't need to have that colonist pinned anymore. I had him pinned because he had a little bit of a mental break, and we were keeping an eye on him to make sure he was going to be okay. Okay, this is done. This is waiting for rare metals. And we'll hold off on using that rocket for a while. Need to boost our fuel resources. And yeah, we'll just keep going. Let's see here.
Anomaly analyzed.
Yes, got that nice boost. 1500 research there. And that puts us over the 90 mark. So we're really, really close. This meteor storm only has 9 hours left on it. It got really close to our dome over here, but we'll keep an eye out. We've got a lot of resources from that. So metal is like meh, but polymer. With that polymer, man, that's really where that blessing comes into play.
Anomaly analyzed.
And just these researches, that puts us at 99%. Okay, I definitely want some larger storage depots.
Complete.
Just because it seems like we're getting full on things like metal. Okay, we completed research on the that carbon producer. Let's see here what we can line up. Let's go back up to the places up here. We don't need to worry about food consumption. Let's get storages back into the rack. And I'm actually going to push it above farm automation. We'll leave Martian patents where they are. And we'll leave lake crafting where it is. We can... I believe, if I remember correctly, with the lake crafting, we can use existing basins. I may be remembering incorrectly. We may have to create our own, and these will just remain. But that would be neat if we could just get a huge lake right here. Man, we got so many resources for that meteor shower.
Analyzed.
I got 1,500 more research from that anomaly over there. And I think, let's take a zoom out. We've got one more up there in that corner. Our rover's already on its way. And everything's just continuing to scan. This one's almost done scanning. On waste rock, our piles are doing fine. We don't need to worry about using any of those just yet.
Sector scanned.
There was a concrete deposit in that sector, but nothing we need to worry about. Got our autosave. We do enjoy a good autosave. And I'm looking on stream. We've got about a 2-minute or so delay. Not too bad. Sorry for the drop frames, guys. I see we're losing over 60% of our frames. But we're hopefully going to get that fixed in the future. Just not as soon as we'd hoped. Can't account for weather phenomena. So once we get this moisture evaporator researched, we will be able to put down self-sufficient domes just wherever we want. And that's going to be huge, because that means we can set up colonies basically just about wherever, but then also we can make our own moisture evaporators, which is going to be incredibly helpful, because we don't really have a lot of funding to be importing things from Earth, especially when they're charging us for the greenhouse gases. So our atmosphere has stayed the same, it's not decreasing, that's good news. And our temperature is steadily increasing. What we can do for lake resources, if it allows us to use existing basins, we can set up a water drill deposit here and just have the pump water to the surface. So we got 1,500 from that other anomaly. Since our research rover is all cut up, we're just going to bring it back to center base, make sure it's nice and safe. We've got a bunch of buildings not working, but they're all due to worker shortages. The concrete facility isn't working because it's too full. And let's see, it's too full on concrete. So it's the transportation of the concrete away from the facility that's lacking. And this is the reason why. We need to put down another concrete storage platform. So definitely those larger storages will come in handy here in a little bit, but for right now we're gonna make sure there's enough smaller storage. And a new anomaly was discovered. Oh, it's really close to home. That's good news. Our little rover won't have to go very far. Let's queue up a new scan area. I'm going to zoom in on these. And we're going to say these can be destroyed. They don't need to exist anymore. And they'll just disappear themselves. And that way we're just not having those little messages blaring at us from across the horizon. We're doing good on water resources, and even though it says we're in the negative energy at night, it is well within our capacity to handle because of our batteries. So that research got us 1,500, and that puts us really close to the 50% mark on our moisture farm research object. We just got a bad luck at the draw, and it was really far into the research tree this time. Sometimes in the past, I've known that I would get super lucky and it would be only like 1,500 in the research cost category. That was not a object producing asteroid. It was an environmental effects asteroid. So it just left a nice little rock there. Okay, looks like we've got 3 colonists that are jobless. Let's go take a look. That one is because they need to move. That one, they probably just came of age. And same with this one. So we just need to give them time to find places. And there are plenty of places to work. At least for the non-specialized individuals. Let's check on our university. So we don't have a lot of unspecialized individuals coming here. Let's see. We need a lot of specialized workers. How is this rocket doing? So it just needs 2 more rare metals and then it'll leave. And then we'll get that nice boost in funding. And we're super close to being able to put down our dome here. That'll help out the sanity of this other dome. It'll need to be pretty close. Maybe we can get it to fit in this area. I can bring our... We can actually test this out. Because the self-sufficient dome is the same size as a basic dome. It's just got some extra parts. So yeah. We can put it here. I don't know if that's close enough for them to travel. And with the extra parts, this is probably not going to fit in. So let me see what we can do. We can put it over here. Delete this exercise area. Have a tube connecting them. Yeah, that'll work. We'll do that. So we'll wait until everything is researched before we do that, but we'll delete this exercise triangle, put in our new dome, and we'll put the exercise triangle in over there. And we'll just get in some more places for residents to get the morale boost they need, because I think this is our lowest morale rated dome. Because that's in the green. Actually, morale's pretty low here. Let's see what's going on. The comfort's really low, so we need to increase comfort as well. They would like their own dining and shopping facilities. It's saying that certain service buildings are being filled, but I'm not sure what they're talking about because there's no service buildings in this dome. I'll go in and add a grocer over there. So the morale is pretty low in actually a lot of places. They're just because they're kind of naked domes. Let's see over here. This one's high. This one's low in comfort. They're saying that the buildings are full and that the buildings are not being adequately supplied. So we'll definitely need to focus on that. For now, let's focus on something we can fix pretty easily. Let's get a grocer down. And I know it's going to scream at me that there's not enough workers, but we'll get a small grocer. We'll put it right here. And that'll help increase morale here. Let's also look at some other buildings that may help. I don't have the space for an open air gym here. And I do still want to save spaces. I could probably get a small art store put in. It seems like we have enough polymer production that we can afford it. So that's what we'll do. We'll put a small art store over here. And then maybe we need another decoration. So let's come over here and get a... Let's do a large fountain, actually. Get it rotated in place, and we'll put it right in front of the art store. Is there different skins for this one? No, it's just this. Okay. Get it placed down there. So we don't have an engineer over in metal, but that's not a problem in the least. We've got plenty of metal just laying around and in storage. We are getting more electronics, but we're still producing at a low rate. Such a low rate. So definitely we want to try to at least have 3 a day on these. And definitely we want to try and get down a drone hub in a place or two. Probably we'll put a drone hub here to help with the transportation of resources, but it requires a lot of electronics parts. So there's our funding for the rare metal. And I think once it comes down, we'll stop transporting rare metal for a while. So the shuttle hub, okay, requires 10. Okay, we're going to check out Self-Sufficient Dome and see what it requires too, because we don't want to put a detriment onto those plans. Nope, nope, get out of here. Okay, it doesn't require electronics parts, so we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to put down our shuttle hub. We'll put it right here. It starts out with 3. We'll need more electronics parts in order to build new ones, so we can increase those in the future, but for now this should help lessen the burden of the drones. I'm gonna do a quick test for the stream. Okay, it looks like we're not too far behind. So let's try for 2 hours. So they're going along. We're at 80% research, which is really great. This says no fuel for shuttles. That'll go away. We have enough fuel. We just need fuel here.
Sector scanned.
I'm actually going to set I was going to set this higher, but I don't want it to hoard rare metals. So we'll leave it be. We got a new sector scanned with some metal and concrete deposits. Let's look at our map. We'll queue up these two. Yeah, we went straight to 0 electronics parts. So that's not great. Okay, but we've got our rockets. That'll help us move around people and items. So hopefully we will not get the shuttle burden messages anymore. At least for a little bit. You see, buildings not working. They're all because of worker shortages. We've got 2 people who are without a job. And they're both youths that are unemployed, so it's just because they aged up recently. Let's take a look. There's still plenty of slots for people to go there. And we've got plenty of non-specialized workers. So it's just timing and pathing management. Auto-saving. Luckily, we're only on like a minute delay right now. An improvement. The sun is shining a little better, which means the clouds aren't as dense. Just to give you an idea of why our internet is crappy, we're on a cell phone service Wi-Fi. So yeah, it's almost as bad as satellite internet. It's abysmal. We were hoping to get a landline this weekend, but because of the impending weather, that's not going to happen. So hopefully we can have it resolved soon. But at this point, it's just going to have to happen when it happens. It just makes me a little upset because I want to give you guys the best quality that I can provide within my ability. And no one wants to watch a choppy stream. No one likes dropped frames. Okay, so sanity breakdown. A colonist has snapped and has started attacking others around the dome, running naked with a wrench in hand. Mr. Kepler has already managed to injure several people. 5 colonists have suffered -10 health. So we've got some options. Send colonists to take the maniac down. Send drones to take the maniac down. Or send security officers to apprehend the maniac. No negative outcome. We're definitely going to do that. Even though we have a bit of an officer shortage. Definitely that. And we need to see, where's this guy at? And does he really exist, or is this one of those things where you know, the starving, not starving American colony? I can almost guarantee he's from here, so definitely this is our highest priority. It looks like our research needs our outsourcing buffer again, so let's get in here. Get that placed in. Okay, we're gonna turn off the automatic launches for these, and we're gonna turn off... Nope, I pressed the wrong button. Okay. No more automatic launches, no more loading rare metals. Let's check this out. So they want a bar and a casino. And they have their own grocer already. So maybe what we'll do is just get those buildings down first in the new area, along with this thing that we're going to remove. We're doing good on heat. I think at 20% it activates a certain event where we can start processing water onto the surface. And it won't like freeze and stuff. Atmosphere's still low, it won't go up for a while. We've got to try and get our resources built up so we can put down this carbonate processor. And actually, we're needing machine parts for it, not electronics. So the good news is we're a little closer to having the resources for that. And also the magnetic field generator can do it, but this, even though it's at a lower production and it causes earthquakes,
Research complete.
yeah, this one seems much better. It doesn't cause earthquakes and it produces more per day than the other one. Okay, so we got our moisture evaporators. That's great. Let me just slot in a factory amplification upgrade. That's going to help us.
We've detected multiple unidentified objects on a trajectory towards Mars. Towards us, actually.
Oh. They're all built to EsoCorp specs, just with some subtle differences thrown in. Our running hypothesis is they're some form of advanced prototype. EsoCorp's decided they want to shut down all communication, which means we can't confirm nor deny the following. Their movements are scattered, dangerous. That means it's likely a rush job aimed at hurting us for blowing the whistle on the whole Marsgate thing. That's to say EsoCorp's got a hankering for revenge. We've put forth several proposals as to how we might deal with the impending attack. We'll need our colonists working full steam on this. We cannot stress strongly enough the need to shift resources toward this end. We've got word for situations like this. Critical. The defense turret is now available for research. Okay, so we need to put a pause on everything. We need to go into our research menu. And we need to get this defense turret. Luckily, it's a really low research cost. So we're going to get rid of factory amplification. We're going to get this research for this turret in. And we're going to increase it. All the way to the top. Straight to the top. And that should be done in half a day. At the rate we're researching. Also, let's go on and place down our self-sufficient dome here. And let's wait for that to get built. Our little drones are going to work. So luckily this requires materials we can produce and are producing quite a bit of. So we've got a bunch of new
Scan.
vehicles roaming around on Mars. So this sector was scanned and found an anomaly, but let's figure out where these vehicles are. So yeah, there's a lot of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 new EsoCorp tanks. By the way, could you imagine if someone on Earth actually did that? Like, you're on trial, so you're going to shoot the victim. While on trial? That's not a good look. Okay, so this is putting along. It's going to take it a little bit because it needs a lot of things transported over to it. And the fact that we don't have a lot of drones over here. We only have 6 little guys over here. Just some little guys. So we'll just keep doing what we're doing. Let's do a quick check around. We're at 82% already. We're within normal power loss. We're doing good on these basic resources. We're doing good on rare metal manufacturing. We're doing good on polymers. Okay, so we researched that turret technology, and it's got a new story beat to it.
Fire with fire. Well, rockets. You know what I mean.
We can now build laser targeting missile defense systems. This will help us mount a defense against the incoming attack. Okay, so now we've got to actually build them. Let's figure out where they're at. Maybe over here. Let's see. Shuttle, surface, scrubbers, defense turret. Yeah! Oh god, it requires a resource we're just struggling on. No. So I'm going to try and place these down strategically. We'll put one here. We'll put one here. That'll get both those domes. And then I'm also going to try and get one over here. I don't know if we're going to have enough resources to get these built in time. And I don't have enough funding, I think, to... Let's do a supply pod. Okay, I have enough to get parts for 3. So hopefully this will get here in time. We'll get that started up. Everyone's getting to work. These defense turrets will be good in the future too, because they may be able to shoot things like meteors and asteroids that are threatening to hurt the colony. So it does have practical defense uses outside of tank blasting.
There's more to the barren environs of the Red Planet than meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove of undiscovered knowledge and wonder. So long as you know where to look.
Okay, so we unlocked new researches. It's communicator error. Interplanetary astronomy and microfusion. Let's go take a look. they're going to be down here towards the bottom. So it finished unlocking all the technologies in this branch. So this allows us for an Omega telescope, which gives us new access to new breakthrough technologies and reduces overall research cost. So that is important, but it's the chunkiest kind of research item. It's so much. That'll probably... Let's get rid of this. Since it reduces research cost over everything, we'll put it under Martian patents because we need that money to get more parts. Let's see, microfusion produces colossal amounts of power, provides light for nearby solar panels during the dark hours, and heats the surrounding area, consumes vast amounts of water on startup. So that's a power generator, but it's definitely going to be a future project because it requires 300 polymers, 300 metals, and 200 cement. So yeah, let's see what's over here. Compact hangars, the maximum number of shuttles that the hub can house is increased by 6, so that doubles it. Shuttle cargo increased by 3. Martian networking increases research output of all the labs and institutes in the dome, so that's the Spire. Let's see. Shuttle speed increased by 33%. So we'll definitely have to take a look at all of those. This unlocks megadomes for us to build. Our first megadome was a gift for reaching a milestone. But for now, let's get out of there. And just hope that this little shuttle gets here in time. We'll place it right here. Yeah, it's halfway here. There's just so many tanks on this planet. Way too many tanks on this planet.
Anomaly found.
So we got new anomaly on the planet. Our research rover will go get it and hopefully give us some good treats. Okay. Go, go, go. Got our little shuttle here. A little pod. And hopefully all those will go straight to these defense turrets. Okay, we've got one defense turret. We've got another one here. And then we've got one over here for this whole area. Ideally, I want to get a fourth one down, kind of that covers this area. Because their drones can't go through here to get to our fuel places. But I can see them coming down here to screw with this building. Dome without life support. Oh, okay, it's the one we know about. I almost had panic set in. Okay. So I'm going to do a quick stream check. I just need to make sure that the screen isn't frozen on stream again, because this game does that sometimes. Okay, and we're clear. Just laggy as all get out. Okay, and I just had a crazy amount of drop frame rate there. I think we're gonna have to go ahead and end the stream early. Just because it's absolutely abysmal. And it's no fun if you guys can't watch me without hearing, you know, a choppy feed. So, that's where we'll end things today. Give me just a second here. I'm gonna scoot myself over. A little more. There we go. Okay. So, that's all the time we're gonna have for today, just because the frame rates are just utter garbage. But we had a lot of fun. Next time, you know, we'll be trying to survive EsoCorp, I guess. And we'll continue on with the projects we had started, of course. Hopefully we'll get enough resources into production where we can get some important terraforming buildings down. But until then, that's all. So, until next time, have fun, space friends!